Welcome back. Here are the hyperparameters that I'm setting for this network. So we just have the input size. So this is 784. So this is just 28 by 28 MNIST images that are flattened. So here is Z size. So this is the size of the latent vector that we're putting into the generator. So again, this is just going to be kind of randomly generated noise that we pass into the generator, and then it makes images from that. And these two set the size of the hidden layers in the generator and discriminator. So one thing to remember is that when you're working with neural networks, if you have a nonlinear hidden layer in your network, then it can be a universal function approximator. So that's why we're using hidden layers with nonlinear activations, the leaky ReLUs. And speaking of leaky ReLUs, this is the leak factor, so alpha, and you can pass these to the generator and discriminator networks. And this is a parameter for label smoothing, which we'll get to next. So here is where you're going to build a network from the previous functions. So you're going to get the input for the real images and the input for the latent vectors from your model inputs function. And then you're going to create the generator network and the discriminator network. So here you'll use your generator function to get the output. So the generate output. So G model here is the tangent output. And then you get your logits from the generator. And then here is your discriminator D model real. So this is the output from the discriminator for real images and the logits for real images. And then here is your output for fake images and your logits for fake images. So remember that we're getting our fake images from the generator. So that is G model here. So we want to pass our fake images into the discriminator and get our output from that. So that's what D model is. So here you're going to use your discriminator function and pass in G model. And since we want to use the same weights for the real images and the fake images, we need to set reuse to true. So here you would do something like discriminator G model reuse equals true. Okay, I'll let you put this together. And as always, you can check out my solutions if you get stuck here.